Okay, in today's world, some of the things that are most dangerous to our health are things that we are willingly, though I'd say most of the time unknowingly, are using on our bodies and in our homes every single day. And it's usually things that we don't expect. These products that we're using in our home, on ourselves and other people are the things that can be contributing to why we are sick. So I have to share a little bit about the bad news first before we can get to the good news. So I'm gonna tell you some facts about the ingredients in the products that you just find on the shelves at the store. Okay, store-bought soaps contain an ingredient called sodium lauryl sulfate. This is actually a really toxic ingredient, and it can be damaging to your skin and can disrupt your hormonal and immune health. And in shampoos is the ingredient phthalates. And what's interesting about this toxic chemical is that it's been banned in children's toys, but yet it is still found in our body cleansing products. And this can really disrupt our endocrine system and can be very difficult when we're using this day in and day out at bath time. Okay, this was a big one. Before I made all these switches, I was a huge candle person. I know so many people are because we just love that great smell. But I need to tell you that the main ingredient in candles and air sprays and air fresheners is formaldehyde. And formaldehyde is the #1 cancer-causing ingredient. Store-bought household cleaning products contain the ingredient 2-butoxethanol, which is really terrible as well because it can cause narcosis and sore throat and can cause kidney and liver damage. And then the ingredients that are found in laundry detergent and dryer sheets can cause things like nausea, vomiting, and headaches. And as you begin to look at the ingredients on all your body products, including kids' body products, is the word fragrance. Fragrance is an interesting one because behind the word fragrance is actually just hundreds of different chemicals that the people who make these products are not required to list the ingredients that make up the word fragrance. So what that's really doing is just keeping us as the consumer in the dark about the true toxicity of the products that we are using. And women end up putting 300 plus chemicals on their body every day, and that comes from talc, bismuth, lead, mercury, among other things that are found in store-bought beauty products and makeup. And that's before we even leave the house most of the time. These beauty products are highly carcinogenic and they can really disrupt your endocrine system. And there's a little more bad news. Something is happening right now that we're calling greenwashing. That's when products that claim themselves as organic or natural, those products may still contain some of the ingredients that I just mentioned. And what's hard about that is when people go and get these natural or organic products over conventional ones is that they're trying to make a better decision. And yet when they're trying to make a better choice, that it is still having things that are toxic to their bodies. So as you listen to this, I know people tend to fall in one of two camps. The first group have listened to me and they're like, yes, you're totally right. Oh my goodness, I want to get this out of my house ASAP. This is terrible. And that's great because I'm going to tell you how. But then there's a second group that is maybe a little skeptical. And that's also totally fine because I do not want people just to listen to me and go do it. My big desire for anyone who ends up in our community is I want them to become a researcher. I want you to become an advocate for your health, not just hearing and doing, but learning and then making different steps. As you become an advocate for your health, I'm going to tell you to go to two places. The first one is the Environmental Working Group's website, and that is ewg.org. I would love for you to go get all the products from your house and go to the website and enter some of those ingredients, and it is going to show you the toxicity of those ingredients. The other thing you can do is just grab your smartphone and download the Think Dirty app. And that's one where you can put in products, and from a ratings of 1 to 10, it's going to tell you the toxicity of that as well. And I know that when you do that, you're probably going to be pretty shocked and feel all the feelings. Some people might be upset, some people might be overwhelmed, and just want to get the products out immediately. So now that you've probably been freaked out or shocked or mad or overwhelmed, all the different feelings from finding out what's actually in the products that you've been getting off the shelves of the store, I want to do one thing first. It is really easy to hear all this and to feel terrible about the products you've been using on yourself or your family. And so the first thing I want to do for you, I want to lavish grace over you and tell you that there's absolutely no judgment. I was there. I used all the products. I used all the candles. I used all the things. But it was when I learned and had that knowledge, then begs that question, what will you do with the knowledge that you received? And so that's when I said, okay, I can't go back and undo the things I've done, but what can I do with the information now? And that's when I just began to make baby steps and make those slow changes over time. And so that's what I want to just put before you, that there is no judgment, that there is only grace. And then the question comes to you, like, what will you do now that you know? And know that it is just steps. I tell people all the time, if you come over to my house, it is true, you're going to see oils everywhere. You're going to see natural products in the bathroom and in the kitchen and in my room, all of that. But if I saw myself 5 years ago, I would say there is no way that I can do that. There is no way I can have made all those changes and do all those things. And you know what? I wouldn't have to, because I didn't make all these changes overnight. It really was one step at a time, one decision at a time, one purchase at a time. And as it became just a natural thing in our home, that's how we made those changes. So that's what I want to put before you. So say you've already made changes. This can be another step in your journey. Or if this is your very first one, this is a beautiful, wonderful first step to make. And you will not be left alone. We have sweet community and education to help you make all those changes. So after I began to make those changes in our home and we began to see such fruit in our family, that is what I want for you. So then there comes that question, okay, I now know that I do not want to use those products that are full of toxins and chemicals that actually have an effect on my body. Then comes the question, well, what do I use instead? And that's when I come to you, and I do want to tell you about Young Living essential oils and products. That they are products that do not have any of those chemicals or toxins that I talked about earlier in the video. That you, in the same way, go to ewg.org, go to Think Dirty, and put in the ingredients listed in Young Living's products, and you will see nothing rated higher than a 1 or a 2 in their products. And in their essential oils, the only thing in that bottle is the Pure Therapeutic essential oil. And what I love about Young Living's products is not only are they not full of things that will be harmful to your body, but they actually have things in it that are good for your body. I think that's amazing. So not only is it chemical free, it's naturally made. Not only is it toxin free, but almost every product is full with essential oils that are helpful for that area of need. So I hope after you've heard everything today that you now know, why are we reaching for an alternative choice? Why Young Living? And it's because we don't want to daily put things in our bodies and on our bodies that are going to have an effect either now or later in our life. And that there is an alternative choice that can be supportive to your body and to your family's wellness.